Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Mahmud Hassan, Assistant Teacher, Agriculture, Greenfield School and College. Dear student of class 7, today I am going to discuss about lesson 9, control of diseases in climbing fish. Control of diseases among fishes means preventive and remedial steps taken against the diseases. Preventive measures are taken before being infected and remedial steps are adopted after being affected. In the case of climbing fish, importance must be given on the preventions than treatments. Climbing fish is mainly vulnerable to bacterial and parasitic diseases. But the great stocking density of fish and nutritional deficiency in food fishes can be affected by the diseases caused by malnutrition. Steps to be prevent disease among climbing fishes have been mentioned below. There should be net hauling at least once in a month. Fish cultivation. Fish feed enriched in nutrition should be supplied in accordance with the average weight of the fish. Water must be changed if the water gets deep green color or gets polluted. If a red layer is seen on the water, bleaching powder at 50 gram per decimal should be used. In the pond of climbing fish, a lot of plankton is created and it pollutes the pond water. To control plankton, 12 topapana and 4 silver carp in every decimal area can be released. If there is any scarcity of oxygen in the pond, steps should be taken for the arrangement of bamboo beating and swimming. Number 7. To prevent diseases, 0.5 to 1 kg lime or 200 to 250 gram zeolites for each decimal area should be applied for 1 meter of deep water at the beginning of winter. Besides, 250 gram salt per decimal can be used in every 2 months. If climbing fish is infected by any disease, the following remedial steps should be taken. Number 1. If the fish is affected by bacterial disease or fins rot disease, 6 to 8 gram copper sulfate per decimal area should be used. If the fish suffers from the disease by louse, for 30 cm depth of water, 3 to 6 gram dipterox for every 100 ounce a week should be used 3 times successively. Number 3. If the fish is affected by ulcerated disease, copper sulfate treatment along with 7 days use of oxytetracycline at a ratio of 3 to 5 gram per kg feed can control the disease. In addition, 0.5 kg to 1 kg edible salt can be used for 30 cm depth of water for every 100 decimal. Now I am going to discuss about rearing process of poultry. You must have observed how poultry is reared in the villages. In rural Bangladesh, fowls are reared in a fully open or free estate. Fowls mean poultry. But in commercial farms, poultry is reared in a confined state. Besides these, some people raise chicken in a penned area. Poultry rearing process have been discussed below. Poultry rearing in open or free process. In this process, chickens are raised in a fully open or free state. This process is very easy and popular for rearing a small number of chickens. In rural areas of Bangladesh, poultry is reared at homes in this process. Chicken roam around the thousands whole day long to collect its own food. Leftover food at homes is also given to them. They return to their houses in the evening. It does not cost anything for their abode. Expenditure in the poultry rearing is much, as it is such as it does not require any feed and labor. This process is not applied to rear chickens on commercial basis. Raising local chickens in this process is profitable. In figure 5.17, you see poultry rearing at home in an open process. In figure 5.18, you see poultry is rearing in half confined process. Poultry rearing in half confined process. In this process, there is a specific pen for chickens. A wide area around the pen is surrounded by a wall or fence. It is called run. Throughout the day, chicken go about this area. They take shelter in that pen during rain and storm. Besides this, they stay in the pen at night. As they are confined to a restricted area, they do not get adequate food and water. So, they should be supplied with food and water. Because of supplying food, the production cost gets higher in this process. In a half confined process, the high quality chicken breed variety of Fowmi, Australorp or Rhode Island Red are better to be reared instead of hybrid fowls. In figure 5.19, you see poultry rearing on the floor in a confined process, and in the figure 5.20, you see poultry is rearing in cage in a confined process. Poultry rearing in confined process. In this process, many chickens are reared in a totally confined state in house. A pen built in this process is suitable for fowl raising. This is called chicken farm. Generally, in the confined process, chickens are reared on the floor. Apart from this, many people raise chickens in cages too. When the floor of the pen gets damp, chickens can be nurtured in a bamboo made platform. In commercial poultry rearing, this process has become a standard. In this process, chicken are supplied with food and water. Because of this, the management cost is higher and the profit is also higher in this process. Hybrid layer broiler and layer hybrid chickens are reared in confined process. In this process, a large number of fowl can be reared together in a small area. Now I am going to show. Now I am going to discuss about lesson 11, poultry feed and water management. Poultry feed management is the important factor in chicken rearing. In homestead, chickens live on waste, fallen crops, insects, vegetables, etc. in an open or free process of poultry rearing. So they do not get adequate and balanced feed. The desired number of eggs and the amount of chicken meat will not be in hand if balanced feed is not ensured. When nurturing hybrid chickens at homesteads, 70% of the total poultry rearing cost is spent on poultry feed. Chickens drink a lot of water, so poultry feed and water management is important in a poultry farm. Nutrition of poultry and feed ingredients. The essential nutrients for poultry are sugar, protein, fat, mineral salts, vitamin and water. The necessary nutrients for poultry are present in a balanced feed. Different food ingredients that the source of nutrients for poultry are given below. Cereal number 1, carbohydrate. Wheat, maize, rice grain, rice bran, wheat bran, etc. are sources of carbohydrate. Protein, dried fish powder, soybean meal, sesame oil cake, mustard oil cake, etc. are the sources of protein. On the other hand, soybean oil, mustard oil, sesame oil, etc. are the sources of fat. Common salt, bone powder, oyster snail powder, vitamin mineral mix, etc. are the sources of mineral. Vegetables, vitamin mix, etc. are the sources of vitamin. Pure water from tube well and well are the sources of water. Poultry ration. 3 types of commercial poultry feed is available in market. Layered chicks ration, broiler grower ration and finisher ration are available. So ration should be prepared or bought from the market to feed fowls according to their age and purpose. Preparation of poultry ration. A balanced poultry ration is prepared by granular food ingredients. About 45 to 55% wheat and maize, spelt 15 to 20% rice and wheat grains, 10 to 15% soybean meal and sesame oil cake, 6 to 10% dried fish powder, 2 to 6% bone powder or oyster snail powder are used in ration preparation. Beside this, common salt and vitamin mix should be added to the ration. After preparing ration, food ingredients should be mixed properly. Following is the sample ration preparation for their layer. Wheat and maize grains 47%, rice and wheat grain 16%, soybean meal 10%, sesame oil cake 10%, dried fish powder 10%, oyster snail powder 6%, common salt 0.50%, vitamin mineral mix 0.50%, total 100%. Supply of food and water. Each chick consumes 10 to 15 gram food. Amount of food supply must be increased as the chicks grow. A fowl consumes 100 to 120 gram food daily, and it should be supplied with 200 milliliter germ-free pure water. Feed pot and water pot must be used after cleaning every day. In figure 5.22, first figure is feed pot and second figure is water pot. So this is all for today's class. In the next class I will discuss about lesson 12, management of poultry disease. So thanks for watching this video.